What's poppin', y'all? I know it's been a minute. Happy spring. So, as I said, make sure you go follow the She Healz show on Spotify. There will be a new episode every Thursday at 7 p.m. uploaded for your listening pleasure. So make sure you guys check it out. Check it out. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe the video, and give it a like, comment, and all of that jazz. So we're going to keep it going. We'll get right into the reading. I already got the cards pulled, honey. The first card I got was Today I Am Glowing. Today I have huge amounts of energy and focus to take on any challenge. Today I am learning. Today I will focus on learning to grow into a better person. And I also got Today I Am Powerful. Today I know that I have the power and wisdom to accomplish everything that I choose to do. So I'm going to hold it right there and just talk about what's going on with the planets right now. So we're in the middle of a retrograde, the retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and it's going to go until April 25th. Mercury represents communication, technology, businesses, and stuff like that. So everybody think it's like, oh, my ex finna come back, or oh, whoop-de-wee finna come back. But like, no, it's literally anything that you have left unfinished, whether it be communication, projects, things that you wanted to do but you stopped doing, anything like that. So it could be a routine that you always wanted to do, and something could happen to you to where you are forced to be thrown into that routine. That's what the eclipse energy is, and it's also Aries. So it's going to be an abrupt shake-up and change, thrusting you into where you always wanted to be, always needed to be, and where you supposed to be. Then on top of that, it's also a new moon. So the new moon energy is all about clean slates and new beginnings and starting over. So you don't be surprised if a lot of shit get eclipsed out of your life too. So allow yourself to go through the process. Allow yourself to harness your energy to take on these challenges, because a lot of these changes are going to come off as a challenge. And allow yourself to step out of your ego and change your perspective to a perspective of that of learning. So it's like, I'm learning, and I'm focused on what I need to learn in order to become a better person. So know that the things that are being taken out of your life, or the issues that you seemingly have to address head on in order for it to be eclipsed out of your life, it is for your growth. It is for the betterment of you. Also today I am powerful. I have the power and wisdom to accomplish everything I do. So this is also a time of clarity, because you're also in a new moon. We just came off of a full moon. Full moon gives you clarity. So in between the full moon and the new moon, that little period right there, a lot of things are falling off, far as like masks and rose-colored glasses, and you're starting to see shit for really what it is. And you could have been investing in things that you thought was one thing, then you found out it was something else. So with that, you are also taking your power back with this eclipse, whether you fucking like it or not. Because like I said, the eclipse energy is gonna thrust you onto your correct path. But the thing is, what's crazy, you were never off your path. It's just that you might have got caught up, at 7-Eleven a little too long along the journey. You stay too long at Quick Trip. So now eclipse is coming in and be like, all right, it's time to get back on the motherfucking road. Because it's crazy, because I also got Today I am adventurous. Today I will get out of my comfort zone and try something I've never done before. So the eclipse is also here to kind of, like I keep saying, I just keep hearing thrust. Some of you guys could be getting into relationships too. I know me, I've been celibate, so it could be some thrusting in some of y'all future, and that could be completely out of your comfort zone. I know that's completely out of my comfort zone, but that's a challenge that I'm willing to overcome. And I'm learning what brought me to, the point of it being a challenge, intimacy being a challenge in my life. I've learned all the things that I needed to learn from the trauma that got me to that point, and it's made me into a better person. I've taken my power back from those traumatic situations, thus allowing it to give me the wisdom in order to move forward when I'm presented with similar situations in the future. Whew. Okay, so I heard a saying that say, open your mind, but not so much to where you lose it. So just be mindful while you are being adventurous. This is a clean slate in a different way for you to be adventurous. I also got today, I am kind. Today I will make this day count. I will do something kind for someone. And my collective, the people that watch me, I never really pick up that you guys are mean people. I always pick up that you neglect yourself. You neglect to do kind things for yourself. So be adventurous in the ways that you are kind to yourself. Find new ways to be kind to yourself as you are in this portal or this trajectory or this process of taking your power back and learning the lessons and getting clarity on the lessons and eclipsing what need to be, out of your life and eclipsing in, what's best for you, that adds to your glow as you use this glow to harness energy to overcome challenges. Um, that are these lessons that you are learning. So just give yourself grace, be kind, be kind. So lots of green out here and blue. So you definitely a lot of speaking and it's also a lot of yellow. So definitely a boost in confidence. As you can see, the sun is coming out, baby. Sun's out, guns out, boobs out, confidence is gonna be on 10, okay? So we have to harness that energy. I got heart chakra, acceptance of self. So this is also a time of radical self-love. I keep hearing from like other readers that the eclipse is also gonna eclipse out of bad thinking habits, bad thought patterns, thinking that might have held you back, the belief that you can't, the imposter syndrome. Like this eclipse is really gonna dig deep and dive into the intangible. It's gonna remove intangible blockages in your life. The things that you couldn't see blocking you in your life, the eclipse is gonna get it the fuck out. So that's why you have to be ready, for the changes that are going to come because it may be a challenge to accept them. And sometimes, and I'm also hearing not even sometimes, and the change may be within yourself, and it may be hard for you to accept the change that is happening within yourself. Say you don't like avocado, then all of a sudden, I just feel bubbles all over my pants, and I love these pants. I got them from New York. Luckily, it's just soap and water, but I pray to God I don't have a weird ass stain on these New York pants. I love these pants. But I was talking about accepting yourself. So nothing is gonna be perfect, and that's the challenge. It's gonna be a lot of shit happening like that, just abruptly. A long time ago, that would have triggered the fuck out of me, and I would have turned the camera off, and I would have just been like, "Fuck the reading." But like, no, you are taking your power back. Today, I am powerful, and that card is blue. So I'm also feeling like you are getting rid of people and things that have tried to rob you of your voice. A lot of people have tried to silence me in many different ways. I've had several communities come against me during my little come up. And I don't understand why, because these people have machines behind them, communities behind them, and it's literally just me, doing everything that I've ever presented in front of you all. It was just me. Okay, I ain't getting no handouts or nothing like that. So I'm feeling all of this Glorilla, Cardi, Megan Thee Stallion, new music right now because it's just crazy. Like how much people just hate on somebody that's just really minding their fucking business. And I feel like I'm tapping into that energy because I feel like that's where that came from. I feel like that was just like a hater. Like people just don't want to try to come over and kick over your bubbles. They're gonna try to kick over your sandbox, your sandcastle, but that could be a part of the challenges. But you don't react the same way that you used to react because you're taking your power back from the person that you were when that shit used to happen. You've learned from it. You've gathered the wisdom, and there's power in that. So now you know how to approach these situations, and the wisdom makes you a better person. So you ain't flying off at the handle, and giving up at the first sign of inconvenience. It says it's time to rejuvenate myself by giving myself love. I accept myself the way I am, and I remind myself that I cannot feel any better about life than how I feel about myself. I will not wait a moment longer to accept myself. I honor what my body is asking for, and if I am unsure, I will ask myself, what can I do to be healthier and more balanced than I am now? So as I said earlier, some things may happen to where you are forced to do the health regime that you keep telling yourself that you're going to do. you know, and that's a change. It's a challenge that you may have to accept. You're trying to cut out cheeseburgers. You're trying to cut out pork. You're trying to cut back on the vices. You're trying to cut back, you know, on overspending. You're trying to cut back on the emotional eating, the overworking out, just the overindulging in anything to make you feel better. The overindulging in anything as a coping mechanism is unhealthy. So you're learning how to be adventurous in ways to be kind to yourself and to self-soothe. Selflessness, seventh chakra. I am kind to all. I am aware that everything I do or say affects others. I will help those who seek it, and I will seek out ways to be of service. I develop an attitude of looking for ways to help others instead of always waiting to be asked. Everything I do from a spiritual perspective, and I put my heart into it. And this came out next to today I am kind and today I am learning. So I feel like you guys are learning boundaries and you're taking your power back when it comes to balancing out the give and take in your life. If the I was going to say the communication isn't reciprocal, you're learning to take your power back out of the situation and take your communication somewhere else. I'm notorious for that. I don't like to give my number out because I'm notorious for that. I'm not going to grant you access if you're going to take it for granted. I don't let people just hold things that grant access to me like it's a fucking, you know, key, you know, that you just put in a case or some shit. Like, no, if I give you access, you have to use it or lose it. So I feel like that's what you guys are learning. You're learning to balance out how selfless you are, and you're learning to pour some of that selflessness into yourself. You're learning to be selfless when it comes to yourself, because we always tend to put a boundary on our wants and our needs, and you know, the things that make us happy, you know, in order to make other people happy. So I always say, today I am kind. I feel like you guys are getting a return on your investment, and it's not because you were kind to receive some sort of return on investment. You're receiving it organically because you were kind just to be kind. That's why people be blessed. That's why people be protected. It's unconditional kindness, you know. So you can be kind to people, you can be cordial, you can be respectful to people, but as long as you're doing it from a place of, you know, authenticity, it'll never go unnoticed by the universe, you know. I always say love, light, and boundaries too. So this is basically what this means. You guys are learning the boundaries around your love and your light, around your glow. You're protecting your glow, and you're protecting your focus. Going back to acceptance itself, I dwell upon all that is right in my life, not what is wrong, and I have gratitude. I accept my life as it is now, and I move forward from here. This goes back to today I am learning, and today I am kind. Be kind to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. I can honestly say this eclipse is gonna like eclipse out negative thinking, negative thought patterns, as well as negative ways that we are used to speaking to ourselves. It's gonna eclipse out that streak of perfectionism that keeps you paralyzed from I was going to say overcoming the fear of achieving your goals. Because sometimes people will get anxious about actually achieving your goals. Because it's like, okay, well, when I'm up there, what the fuck I'm going to do? You know, people are actually low-key kind of afraid of their own happiness because they're afraid of what they're going to have to do to protect it and also maintain it. And it may take them out of their comfort zone to do so. Also, what they may have to do to obtain it may take them out of their comfort zone. So all of that shit is going away. You guys are walking in your power, and you're being selfless in your decisions that you make about yourself. You're no longer placing a boundary or limitations on what it is that you can do and who it is that you can be. You're stepping into adventure, and you're taking your power back. I love it. Fourth chakra, heart chakra, peace, of course. So 2 heart chakra, lots of green and blue, like I said. Sometimes you have to fight for your peace. That's what I just heard. Sometimes you have to fight for your peace. Sometimes you gotta let no motherfucker what it is in order for it to be peaceful. Sometimes you gotta yell for it to get quiet. Okay? I don't know who that's for. Sometimes you gotta yell for it to get quiet. I will meditate and be peaceful and calm in my interactions with others and the world. Peacefulness comes in me giving up the love of power for the power of love. So once again, today I am kind, today I am learning. So when you're learning, you take your ego out of it. You accept that you are learning something. You become the student in that moment. You don't hold on to the need to be right. You kind of move to the need to understand. And that facilitates room for wisdom to grow. And while you are allowing that process to happen, you organically take your power back versus giving your power to your ego. So some of you guys are taking your power back from your ego. So it's not even people. Some of you guys are going to have an extreme ego death. And I hate to say ego deaths aren't fun. I've had a few of them. But when it comes back around and you realize that you no longer act in your ego and how easy shit comes, you be like, okay, I see how my ego and my pride was holding me back so much. But yeah, some of you guys are freeing yourself from your own ego. You're taking your power back from your ego. Some of you guys have just been acting in your ego entirely too long due to survival mode or trauma and, things like that. And it's just been holding you back. And it's also been causing some imposter syndrome too. So yeah, peacefulness comes in me giving up the love of power. For the power of love. So you're surrendering to self-love. This is beautiful. I invite peace to be a part of my life, and I make time to experience my own stillness daily. I continually develop an inner sense of calm, and I trust that everything will be right. Feeling good about myself will help bring peace into my life, period. So yeah, I just say you're surrendering to self-love. Fuck what a hater say. Fuck when they try to spill a drink on you. Okay, you still gonna walk around confidently with the stain on your motherfucking leg. That's the type of person I am. I used to watch movies like that because I always dealt with like Disney Channel kind of bullies. I ain't never really dealt with nobody that, was just like hardcore Toy Story kind of bully, but like it's always been little Disney Channel bitches. That's what I call them. They're just kind of stuck in like high school, dynamics. They like peak there. So like adult dynamics don't really, they continue to try to create dynamics to where that mentality functions well, if that makes sense. So I feel like you guys are getting away from outdated thinking due to the type of friends you had, the old groups that you were with. Groupthink. Google what groupthink is. Some of you guys are coming out of heavy conformity, and your ego will keep you there because it's comfortable. Because you just like you could be the most popular one in your group, you know. But you realizing that that's it. You the only. It's just this group, and you kind of feeling good, feeling like a big fish in a small pond. You too afraid to tackle the world, and it's something that I'm gonna just say with everything I heard, it's something that you should learn to do, and it's something that you are learning to do. And I don't know who this for, but you shouldn't hate on the next person for doing it. Yeah, that's what I heard. You shouldn't hate on the next person that's doing that. You should be inspired. I be inspired by people who, go above and beyond. That's why I don't even. If we in the same space, I don't even see you. That's not where I'm gonna measure my success. Where I'm at, because if I can go across the street, or if I can access the next person just like you can access me, clearly I ain't going too far. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been adventurous in how I set my goals, and this is what this eclipse, this is what this energy is bringing in. A lot of people are getting clarity on where they are in life and how they've been holding themselves back, whether it's been to friend groups, the way that they think, or an inflated ego. So we're going to get some Bible cards to close it out. Lots of purple too, so heavy on the faith out here. Heavy on the faith. Make sure you guys are praying every day. It's normal to kind of, lack in hope and lack in faith, have some drops, but all you need is a mustard seed, Don't let that mustard seed wither away. I've never let my mustard seed go away. There's been times where I've dipped in my faith and I've dipped in my hope, and I've just been soulfully tired, spiritually tired, mentally tired. That's why I say to myself a lot too, because I see things on such a grand scale. It's just a lot of shit I don't have time for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot of shit I don't have time for. So just make sure you guys are staying prayed up. So root chakra, I feel like, because it's red, and I say unto you, ask and it shall be given to you, seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. So I feel like this speaks to you guys being adventurous and also the shakeup. So you guys may have shakeups to your foundation. You can be getting some new opportunities coming your way that can help your foundation, help build your foundation, make it more stable. But with that, be prepared for old foundations to be knocked the fuck over. So I always see this meme floating around, this gif floating around. It be like, don't be surprised that your old life is getting knocked down because the new one you prayed for is on the way or something. Or don't be surprised after you pray for a new life, the old one gets knocked down. So that's literally what this is. And then I also just spoke about faith before I got that. So make sure you guys are holding your faith. You can't pray and then get up and be like, I was just playing. Or you pray and get up and be like, that ain't gonna happen. Or you watch me and then you stop, the video in and you just like, she bullshitting. She don't know what she's talking about. Then why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? So just keep that. And that is verse Luke 11:9. Yeah, and then I also got, now the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, that ye may abound in hope through the power of the Holy Ghost. Romans 15:13. So the key to believing is allowing God to fill you with joy and peace. And we talked about facilitating peace. Peace is God's greatest gift. It always brings me back to an attitude of gratitude when I think about how much peace I got in my life, when I know I'm able to wake up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm chill. I don't have no stress. I don't have nowhere to be right away. That's peace. So the more peace you find in your life, the more joy you'll find in those moments. And I promise you, when you focus on those moments, it just organically revitalizes your faith. And it revitalizes your hope. It does. It's so corny, but this thinking attitude of gratitude, I talk about it on my podcast. I elaborate on there. And then the last one I got, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not into thine own understanding. This is one of my favorite verses. In all thy ways I acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Proverbs 3 verses 5-6. And that literally sums up this entire fucking reading. Like, bro, don't try to figure out all of these things on your own. God is truly at work right now. Divine timing is at play right now. You just gotta sit back, trust, receive, learn, and do what you're told. That's really it. That's it, man. This is a beautiful reading. So I got a crystal card to close us out to kind of sum up the whole thing. I got grossular. This stone is in the garnet family, and it can re-energize the chakras, all of them, then bring balance to those energies. It radiates a calming energy that is very useful in times of great stress. Hold over your heart or wear as jewelry making contact with the skin. So make sure you guys check out my heart chakra collection. See if you can see it. Make sure you check out my heart chakra collection at shehealz.com. I don't have grossular, but I have other stones that speak to the same thing that helps balance out all of the chakras. And I said this is just a balancing of ego, shadow, light, dark, yin, yang, feminine, masculine, reciprocity, non-reciprocity, high vibration, low vibration. Like, this is just a balancing within yourself to welcome in the new things that are aligned to the more balanced version of you. That's literally what this is. And then also give yourself grace and take yourself out of your ego when you hear about what frequency you're on. Because I know people like get in their ego if you say like, I'm not on that frequency that I was on before. And you can get mad at yourself to even think like, oh my God, I was on a low frequency. I was low vibing. But it's like, Yes, but like also no. Because if I say that I'm not on that level anymore or I'm not on that frequency anymore, it doesn't mean that I'm above you and it don't mean that I'm beneath you. It is simply what exactly I said. I'm not on that level anymore. It's like having a birthday. It's like I could never be 23 again. Like that's gone, and it's not necessarily a level that was beneath me, though it was a younger age, but it wasn't a level that was above me either. It was a time period in my life that I can no longer visit anymore. So get out your ego about what level you on, especially if you're out here comparing yourself to others. Like if you are, oh, I'll never be on that level. That level is not for you to be on because that's not your level. That's not even your game. You know what I'm saying? So like somebody's level 7 may be your level 3. Somebody's level 3 may be your level 3, maybe somebody's level 10. You know what I'm saying? So just Godspeed everybody and trust in the Lord. Do not lean on your own understanding, especially during this tumultuous time with the planets. So may the odds forever be in your favor. And until next time.